Bill, the saga never stops. Your assessment on how this whole thing is playing out.
Charles, I'm somewhat baffled by the whole thing. I guess what the director did in October on 28th was inform the Congress, as he said that he would, if anything came up that he had to re-examine additional documents. The conclusion today is that, no, there's nothing changed. But I guess what we all have to remember is that that's only one portion of the equation, and that the whole investigation regarding the Clinton Foundation is still in play. And that still has to work its way out. But it's a very confusing message, and it's very confusing to everybody who hears them.
Well, it's being reported in parts of the media that now it's closed, but this thing was never really closed, was it? And do you assume that it's closed now?
Well, you know, as the great philosopher Yogi Berra once said, it ain't over till it's over, and I don't think some of the players have put their cleats on yet. Bottom line is that I really believe that if there is anything that comes up, the case is kind of like pending and active. It's just hanging there. Should something else come in, they'll look at it again. But it really is confusing and has a big dynamic on the election process itself. Yeah,
there's no doubt. Well, it remains to be seen just how much of a dynamic it will have with just less than 2 days ago. But having said that, you know, we've already heard a lot of stories from multiple sources of the turmoil within the FBI itself, particularly after July's conclusion. And then more recently, suggestions or hints that a lot of pressure coming from the Department of Justice, James Comey's boss, and even President Obama publicly talking about this. Is there a chance that there was just unremitting pressure on James Comey to come up with this statement today?
No, I think that the Director Comey is a man of integrity, honesty, and character. Whether or not everybody agrees with what he did is another point of view. There were a lot of people in the Bureau that didn't agree with the conclusions. And I know that the hue and cry coming from retired agents is really loud. Bottom line is, none of us had part of the investigative process nor the deliberative process. We may not agree with it, but it is what it is.
But this is a brand new direction for an investigation in general, but one of this magnitude to actually give updates on it as if we're watching a baseball or a football game. So where does this leave the FBI from here going forward?
I think that probably after the dust settles and the electoral process reaches its conclusion and the swearing-in ceremony occurs in January, somebody will be taking a close look at what the actions were and why they were. Because we've gone from we've done a 360 from last July to the conclusions. Everybody formed another opinion. The Democrats and the Republicans are now changing all their opinions again. It's very, very confusing, and I think it's very confusing to all of us, not just the electoral candidates themselves.
Bill, Gavin, thank you very much. Really, really, truly appreciate your expertise on this.